Hey YouTube, you can Shinobi here with a review of the S.H.Figuarts Akiba Yellow from Hikaoni in Sentai Akibaranger. The last of the three Akibarangers to be released. Supposedly we are still getting Melchina at some point, probably as a web exclusive given the track record of villains. New scans were actually just put up today of this recording of the anime style human heads for these guys, so I'm not entirely sure how those are getting released either. But those exist. So, yeah, onto the box real quick. Rainbow-esque Akiba happiness fun time that is these box styles. Gotta love it. So, yeah, on to the figure. So, in terms of sculpt, it's a very similar build to Akiba Blue. However, obviously yellow with the bigger boobs, because that's how Yumeria rolls. The skirt is different, obviously. It's a full, frilly little skirt. Not designed directly as, but in style to most of the other Sentai girl skirts, in terms of the two separate pieces that overlap. Unlike Akiba Blue's, which was a split cut, kind of like a Chinese dress style shirt. So, you got differences. Articulation-wise, it's the same as all of the other Akibarangers, particularly Akiba Blue. You have a full rotation right here, hindered by the pad, but it can still move. This is an issue. If any of you guys watched Dawson Rider's review, A, I'm sorry, and B, this was a huge problem for him, and it is for me as well. It's not as bad as his. I can move the head without it popping off instantaneously. But that joint is really loose. Like, if you dangle her by her head, there's a good chance she'll just flop right off. So, yeah, you want to keep that in mind. I didn't have too big of a problem with blue, but yellow, I don't know what's up with that joint with Akiba Yellow, but regardless, it's not a huge problem. You can wiggle her around and it's not going to fly off or anything. But posing it can be a little bit of a problem. Got a full rotation right there at the abs and the waist. Double joint right there at the elbow, typical wrist joint. The leg is not hindered by the skirt whatsoever, so that is good to know. Make sure that joint's in. There is a swivel right there at the thigh, upper thigh area. Double joint right there at the knee, and the Figuarts style ankle joint down there. So, all the typical articulation, there is the little holes on the belt, even though they serve no viable purpose, but that's fine. For reference sake, she just got a butt plug. She don't got any imprints on her panties or anything like Akiba Blue did. So, and the holes on the back for the jet winger that comes with Red Hawk, which is tomorrow's review, actually. She is missing a scarf. Speaking of, you do get a normal relaxed scarf like the one that is currently on Akiba Blue. You get a split, kind of blowing in the wind scarf. And you get a slightly less blowing in the wind scarf. That's not as split. So you got that going. You also have the Z-Cune in gun mode, no figure mode. The peace sign hands, the Z-Cune holding hands, just some relaxed hands, and then her like high five posy hands, because yes. So that's actually all the accessories for her, so let's go ahead and do some poses. So Akiba Yellow is actually a really good figure despite the whole neck falling off head problem. Obviously, if you got the other two, this is a must-have to complete the team. It is the easiest Sentai team to complete, despite the fact that it is unofficial, because they all are retail releases, so that's a very awesome thing. I loved Akibaranger to death. If you haven't seen it, I do recommend checking it out. It's hysterical if you can take a joke. If you can't take a joke, then you'll probably hate it, but that's your problem. Very cool release, no problems with it. Obviously, it shares a lot of the same base molding as Akiba Blue, so as good of a figure as she was, Akiba Yellow is just as good, with the added problem of the neck falling off. Yeah, it's kind of an issue. Accessory-wise, she just comes with everything the other Akibarangers did. 3 scarves, a handful of hands, and Z-Cune in gun mode. Again, kind of disappointing that none of these figures came with the Z-Cune in the figure mode. However, maybe they're saving those for the human head releases. I'm not really sure what they're doing exactly. You never know with Tamashii anymore. But regardless, the accessory count could be better, but it comes with exactly what is needed. Her head sculpt is spot on, perfect. The pigtails are adorable. The little heart on her helmet is also adorable. And she in general is just adorable. Very great sculpt, accurate. The transparent plastic over the boobs is actually complements the kind of metallic-y material that they used for the actual suit underneath it very well. So that looks good, and it's really hard to talk about that. But really cool nonetheless, and just an all-around pretty awesome figure. So if you're a fan of Akibaranger and you haven't picked up all 3 of these guys yet, absolutely terrific. Nothing hugely wrong with any of them. Akiba Red had a little bit of a lanky problem. I didn't really see any flaws with Akiba Blue. Akiba Yellow's got that little head falling off issue. But they all are great sculpts with great paint. Very easy to come by because they are Sentai released Figuarts, so they're incredibly easy to come across. They never really seem to run out of stock of Sentai Figuarts for some reason. So very easy to get, all retail release, and all just done incredibly well. So you can check out shukenshinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out ridersrangersandrambles.com, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one.